Cool, hit and go live now. Awesome, should be streaming again, so we're back for part 2 of hunting. Yay!
Round 2. Ah, nice.
Yeah, Russ has had his fill, he's full of beef.
Beef?
What's your beef, son? Cool, and then do we need to pick up ammos and stuff?
I'm okay for ammo. Let me just check to see what my ammo state is for my shotgun.
I think get rid of the cross point and go for the shotgun.
I have, yeah, it's a good idea.
Especially if we're in rabbit country at the moment. So, bird shot, buckshot, and slug.
20 gauge, yeah. You want the 20 gauge bird shot, and then that'll do your rabbits. Your buckshot will do your wolves and your foxes, and then the slug.
Murder everything else.
That would, yeah.
Cool. I think there's something moving around us.
Yep. It was a fucking rabbit again. I can find my yeah, it's just literally gone past us. There's a trail behind. Oh, I can see it. It's looking at me.
Murder the fucking thing. 2 seconds.
It wasn't. It's a. It was a jackal.
I see him. He's just disappeared off into the wood down here.
I don't know if I saw him. I didn't hit him.
No, there's no blood.
He's miles away now, man.
Yeah, he's gone. Dang it.
Oh, I see him.
Alright. There's 2 of them there.
Can't hit him, I can't hit him. I'm so out of breath at the moment.
There's 2 of them, there's one left, one
yeah.
right. Let's see if I can get him. He's down.
Oh, we went for the same one. Oh shit, sorry. And then ND.
Yeah, ND. Negligent discharge.
Right, I'm gonna get my my little hunter's mate out at the moment because I got a bit trigger happy there. I don't know if that was the spice or the whiskey.
Maybe both.
A little bit, maybe. Yeah, you claim that one, Smudge, and you tell me if I hit it as well, because I
definitely put him down. He went down like a sack of shit.
Yeah.
He's a thin-looking boy.
Is there any There's no mark on it. Oh, he fell into the bullet, didn't he? So we can't see him.
Come on, won't let me fucking confirm the damn thing. Ah, here we go. Confirm. Yeah, I hit him. Flesh, liver, right lung.
Oh, well done.
In fact,
clean shot.
That bullet was almost heading straight for his heart. It stopped just before his heart.
Was that just a standard bullet, not a
270 soft point.
Yeah, soft points are usually pretty good. I find I can't see much of a difference between the polymer tips. The polymer tips are good if you're going to go for an animal. I think that's maybe just a slightly on the large side of what your gun can kill ethically. It'll allow you to get that little extra penetration, so you can, hit a vital organ and whatever.
Oh, that's good. I love the UI change in this on the inventory. So it actually shows like what the weapon class is. So like buckshot you can use on wolves and coyotes, level 1. Birdshot 0 for rabbits. Soft point bullets level 2, and the slugs level 2.
Yeah, massively more useful, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, before it's like the inventory was horrible to go around because you kept scrolling down and seeing the same thing again and again and again.
Yeah, it was all broken. It's so much cleaner.
Much nicer. Yeah.
If you have a look on the map, Smudge, just straight to our north, there is a
light point, a house.
Yeah, I think what we need to do is head there because it's 17:30 now, and it's going to get dark. So if we head down there, claim that point, and then stroll back up, and then we can carry on and
Sure.
get up this mountain. So,
You like my shotgun?
ooh, tasty.
Yeah.
That's right, isn't it?
I
You chose the.
I went for a camouflage one, so that when I can afford my dry leaf suit, it kind of
matches.
blends in there.
Yeah, it's a decent gun, that is. I quite like it. We need to try and do some bird hunting as well, because I've got take a stand.
Yeah, to me that was really broken though, with those with the geese and that. You know, 'cause they're always flying at high altitude. They never came down, and it's like they were so hard to get in like the right point to kill them. Like.
Yeah, I don't know what I never tried it when it was broken, so I can't really tell you whether it's any better now. But I certainly didn't find it, you know, too bad when I was. To be honest, I was just blamming them out of the air.
Which is fair.
Out of the air, I wasn't doing it the proper way by luring them in or anything. So.
How cool is that shadow coming over that mountain peak?
It's our shadow, isn't it? I think, isn't it? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a very pretty game.
Certainly can be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm definitely
seeing the deer up here that we saw down in the savannah.
No, it's like a little different mini ecosystem up here, isn't it?
Wonder if
Slightly different.
Anzac's tuned in so that we can bore him to death.
Yeah.
Help him get to sleep.
That Generation X looks really good.
Generation X?
Yeah, do you know the survival game based on the same engine, which is set in Sweden?
Oh, is that the one with the robot things?
Yeah, and it's decent.
It does look decent, actually. I was kind of impressed watching the trailer for that. Like the big
Mrs.
stompy
Path.
kind of square box robot things.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah,
It's
the
only
path goes
300.
down to the right, but I thought with time being time, we'll press straight ahead.
Yeah, I can see it, mate, from here. Anyway.
I'll put a marker on it, like a route marker.
Oh, I can't see it, but I can see the post anyway. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, those big stumpy robots. Well, there's a quite into my art, my sort of my fantasy art and stuff. I do a little bit of drawing and stuff every now and then with pen.
Really?
Yeah.
Show me work. Show me what it looks like.
Yeah, I'll have to stick it on
Disco.
Yeah, I'm only just sort of getting back into it after years of, you know, not doing it. And I'm really enjoying it at the moment as a secondary hobby. And but yeah, not to detract too much. I bought these books.
You go off on one, don't you?
Alright, man. Yeah, well, so I've been getting into my art, and I've always loved my sci-fi and my sort of like sci-fi sort of fantasy and the whole survival aspect, you know, with the what if sort of alternate universe. Anyway, I've got 3 books by funnily enough, a Swedish guy called Simon Stallenhag. I think that's how you pronounce it. I may have just butchered it, but he does illustrations from the 80s perspective of what the future would be like in like an area in Sweden, a fictitious area in Sweden where mankind fell subservient to sort of robots. In the sense of the word that they used them for everything, like from farming and stuff like that, and you know, mankind being mankind destroys himself, and you know, blah blah blah. All these robot technologies all sort of left over and sort of just wandering around doing its own thing. And when I came across that game, I think it's called Generation X or Generation Y or something. It just looks just like it. It's set in the same time period. It's set in the you know, the Swedish countryside, and it just has all the hallmarks of this this illustrator, Simon Stallenhag, and it just captivated me. And because it's on this engine, it just looks really nice, and I'm like, well, whatever happens, I'm going to buy it and give it a go, because it would be a way of me being able to see in 3D what my books show me in 2D. You know?
Yeah.
Well,
hopefully it hits that spot. You know?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's going to be a sort of PvE multiplayer, up to 4 or 6 friends, surviving in a huge area.
Kind of the same as what this is.
Yeah,
Apart
but I
from
think
that,
the maps
you don't
will be
need
a
to
bit
survive
bigger.
in this. Imagine if they brought a survival aspect into this, where you had to hunt to live.
You know, I reckon they could do that. I mean, there is in the other map at the moment, the South American map. There's huge hunting lodges in that, and those hunting lodges
What do you
are
think? 600? Oh, 600?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Sun's moved.
Yeah, there's a huge hunting lodge in the South American map, and it's got all the hallmarks of being able to deck it out with some trophies.
Right. Okay.
So
I'm
I'm
wondering. Have
wondering.
like a reward and progression system.
I think that's probably what people are. I think people are shouting for that at the moment.
Hmm.
I think they really want that to happen. So that's that path up there, isn't it?
That's a path heading back on ourselves. There's a viewpoint to our north and a viewpoint to our south.
Let's have a look. I'm kind of thinking maybe we could change the plan and go north, but it's up to you. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's up to you, mate.
Well, that's where the river is, and it looks really foresty over there, so we might actually get some different animals and stuff.
Let's check it out, shall we?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we've kind of been up there, and I don't think we're going to get right up to the top. We'll just have to follow the path around.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Maybe what we can do is take some ATVs from here another time and blast up that way.
Fly up there and see what we can
do.
That sounds like fun. So we move east along this path and then north up the road.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds like winning. And the wind will favour us there as well.
Oh yeah, it's actually blowing from the north. Northwest, ish. Man, they need to put a bearing compass in this.
They seriously do. I mean, even on like the compass in the bottom right, you know, just kind of...
Just have a number, yeah.
You could even make it like a scale or something, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah, that'd be a good idea.
You know, like show bearing on compass. Is there actually a way of bringing up a compass?
No.
No. You know, like in Squad, you can press like H or whatever it is, and it brings up the compass, and you can see the bearings on that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have that feature. It's a bit of a shame, really.
Sometimes it's hard to try and describe where you're looking at, isn't it? You know.
Well, from a multiplayer aspect, it is really difficult because you're trying to explain which way you're looking. It's all very well given the cardinal, you know, direction, so to speak. You know, oh, it's east or east southeast, but it's still not accurate enough because the further you're looking into the distance, the bigger the bearing error, isn't it?
Yeah.
So can't.
And the compass, you know, I guess it isn't really accurate enough at this point to say that, oh yeah, it's about, you know, 270 or it's about 200. You know, because then you're staring at it for 2 minutes thinking that's 90, that's 180, that's 270, it's somewhere between there.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, well, because I mean, I know what north is. You know, east is 90, south is 180, west is 270, and I can detract from that if you started using those numbers. And if you said, oh, it's like a 290 to 300, then I know I need to be looking west. You know, sort of west, northwest. But it's still no good really because you don't have that actual figure to work with. It's annoying.
I don't know, maybe one day, you know, one of the hunting kind of developers or something might see this and go, that's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Well, I remember when we were doing that Medved Tiger walk around and we kind of started talking about implementing stuff. And then, like, weirdly, it actually started appearing in the game and you're just like, that's strange.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you never know, do you? I mean, there's, you know, it could be that somebody goes and puts an idea on a forum and says, you know, oh, that, you know,
Yeah.
quite personally, I mean, I don't know how it, you know, I don't care how it gets to them. You know, if there's a message there to be had about improving it, then, you know, and it's taken in a positive way, then
Yeah.
all up for that.
I mean, I'm just so bloody happy that they fixed this crash.
Yeah.
So it got to such a depressing state where you play for 10 minutes and then it didn't just crash the game, it blue screened your computer to the point that your computer became a right arsehole and wouldn't start again.
Yeah, it was weird. It was very, very weird. I know that I got around a fix with it by actually
ramping your CPU up, wasn't it?
It was the fan speed on the GPU, actually, on the video card, because I know that when the NVIDIA cards get to 84 degrees in temperature, then what they do is reduce the clock slowly, the clock speed, to get the temperature down, which is how they claim it to be energy efficient, more so than it is ramping the fan speed up to cool it down, which would be the sensible. So you actually start to lose some performance, and I think it was that part where it was starting to ramp up and get really hot, and as soon as it started to declock, then it started doing some funky things to the game, and I noticed it starting to stutter, and then I'd get that watchdog timeout, and then which points towards it being CPU, but I've got my suspicions that it was more driver related with regards to the graphics card.
Yeah. I started calling in this lesser kudu, and I'm going to see if I can get him with buckshot.
I can't see him yet. Can you see him?
He was to our front. There was quite a close call. I couldn't visualise him. But I know that they're pretty dumb. They're almost like roe deer, those kudu.
Yeah, the Springboks are like them as well. They come in quite close.
Yeah. So I've given them a few calls. The wind's in our favour. It's the lamest sounding call of this thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, he's answering.
Yeah, he is. Matey. It'd be dead handy if he pops out down on this road.
Yeah, like proper clear line of sight.
Yeah.
I can hear him. Can you hear him?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm prone at the moment, just behind you, Smoke.
Roger. There he is. Ah, shit, sun's right in my face. Yeah, I shot him, he stumbled, you fucking popped him with your 270.
Yeah, I thought maybe if I back you up, we're going to get some cash for it, so I thought he might...
Holy
shit. Didn't look... What's that?
He's a right mess. Can you see all of the markings all over him, like where the buckshot smacked him?
Shit, yeah.
Oh, crikey, so I got... well, I barely did any damage. Flesh, right lung, flesh, stomach. 0 in territory, but I guess that's probably because your 270 came in and...
Yeah, done the rest.
like, turned out his internals. But it only seems to track 6 of the impacts. So it's only showing mine, but they did really no damage. 0, 2%, 0, 1%, 0, 0.
Yeah. Well, it's a big animal though. What were you using, buck?
Buck, yeah.
Does it say for that? I don't know. Maybe that's a class 2.
It is a
I
class
would've-
2. This is a class
Yeah.
3 animal.
Ah, okay.
So, in fact, let's have a look at that. So, yeah, in fact, the 270 soft point would have actually been probably ethical. I think.
Maybe the combination just tipped it over.
Yeah. Like like wounding and then.
Yeah. It wasn't really a clean kill, was it? But I know that those buckshots, the buckshot is good for the Springboks.
Okay. I might look
I was
slug in there then. Because I suppose a slug would have just fucking turned him into mush.
Yeah, I've not used the slugs yet on an animal. I've used buckshot against Springboks, and the only reason why I used those was because I was in an elevated hide.
Okay.
Way to the east of here, further out on the plains, and it was the only way I could get them to come in close was to lure them in. So I had an elevated position, and I could get like almost on top of them, and it's
close range.
kind of naughty really, because at that range you can one shot them, and I had a herd of them, and that thing can fire 3 rounds quite quickly. So, you know, if you're pretty smart with the mouse, then you can, you know, get 2 or 3 kills quite quickly.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah. This looks like quite an interesting part of the map, doesn't it?
It's starting to get pretty dense.
Yeah.
What do you have to bring in, like, tigers?
Well, tigers are native to India,
Yeah, well, yeah. Not Africa.
but
I suppose.
yeah, but India would be a good map, wouldn't it?
Rainforest.
Yeah, maybe the northern part of India, you know, where like the foothills, or I say the foothills, the beginnings of the Himalayas, you know, where you've got a lot more hilliness.
I suppose you'd have lots of goats to hunt.
That's the point. There's no goats in this, is there?
No.
There needs to be some fillers, I think, in this. In the sense of the word that there was in the Hunter, there was different trees that you could spot, and there was different, you know, you know, what would be quite nice would be like, you know, animals that you didn't necessarily need to shoot to kill, but you could spot in a tree, you know, like a rare animal or something like that. That you could spot, and then you could get an achievement for it, or you could get some sort of loyalty reward points for just spotting something, you know, that.
The fuck?
Oh man, those are big bastards. Fucking Cape Buffalo.
Do you want to go have a look at it? See if we can
Shall
get
we?
it? I don't think
Well,
I've got anything that could kill it.
No, I don't think we really have. I mean, this
Oh, you
this thing.
600. Have you got 600 grain for that?
No, but the 420s would do it.
You think so?
Yeah, I killed one with this before. It sneaked up on me and I got it straight between the eyeballs.
Nice. I mean, a 270 might do it on a headshot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I've only got soft points, so I don't really have the extra penetration of the. Oops, shouldn't do that. Don't have the extra penetration of the polymer tip.
Very strange that these are in here. I think I heard it then.
I heard something step off to a left.
Yeah, this area reminds me a little bit more of the earlier maps. Do like these wooded areas. This is where the engine really starts to shine, when you're in these areas, you know, where you've got the sun and these trees, the denser forest and the vegetation. It just looks superb.
The light diffusing through it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like it. I mean, you know, it's obviously I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so to speak. But this really is a very, very pretty engine, especially for foliage and stuff. I don't think there's much out there though.
Yeah, but going back to what you were saying before about animals and stuff, you remember in the original Hunter, if you tried to shoot an animal that you didn't have a license for, or you didn't have an ethical weapon for, it would actually stop you from pulling the trigger. It'd say, no, that's an unethical kill, or you're not authorised to shoot that animal, sort of thing. But at this, it just seems like you can blam anything with anything you want, you know.
Yeah, I think I prefer it that way. Because you have this paid model, do you, where you have licensing that you have to pay for to hunt specific animals.
And it was all real money, you know, it was a lot of real money.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, agree or disagree with that model. I mean, it's free to play anyway. So, you know, you can't really, you know, but anyway, I definitely think they need to bring in some elements of that in respect to maybe, you know, some of the stuff they had in the original Hunter, where you had you know, maybe some more control over the ethical kills. And I don't really know what I'm saying now, to be honest, but I think they need to flesh it out with stuff, you know, like little extra bits here and there.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe a snake, or maybe some frogs, or maybe, you know, some smaller bits and bobs that just spawn around you when you're in a position for long enough. You know, that you can actually use your hunter mate to spot stuff and identify it, you know? I don't know, maybe I'm just being a fucking saddo.
No, I think, you know, it's all part of the immersion in the game. It gives you something to do rather than just kind of walking around for ages just looking, you know, for something to move so you can blam it in the face.
Well, it might just give a little bit more life to the surrounding. I mean, you've got all these birds you can hear in the wind, you know, these pretty sort of ambience, but there is some trickery going on there, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing actually physically there.
No.
I just want to, like with the original Hunter, you know, it's like if you heard a pheasant, there was a pheasant there. You know, if you heard a turkey, there was a turkey there. You know, but you needed the license to blast the bloody thing, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's starting to drag us off to the east a lot.
Can't see where this fucking thing's gone anyway. I mean, it may have been...
There is a water hole or something off to the east. Kind of southeast, but...
Yeah, maybe that's probably where it was close to, because I think the codex says they hang around in that sort of area.
Yeah.
Oh, I've picked the here. It's here, mate.
Oh, the track. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a different track. That's a second one.
Is it? It's heading this way. Well, it was heading north. It's heading east, but yeah, I don't think we should follow it too much further.
Yeah, we'll turn back. There's a spotting thing to our north.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Back that way.
Go there. There's a lot of Cape Buffalo around here.
This is actually the original track I'm picking up here, but I'm not sure if this is an old track or something of him coming back on himself.
I don't know. It says it's going this way, but it's difficult to tell. He's running. It's a big animal. 805 to 950 kilograms.
Yeah. You have the skills.
That's a female. It's over to
shit,
our...
there it is. It's coming.
Where?
It's running at me. It's running right at me. Ah,
oh, Jesus.
It killed me.
It's going to get me as well.
It's coming back at you. Fucking hell. What the fuck?
Oh. Shit. Oh, it got me.
Oh man, I'm back at the lodge where we started. Oh man, that was interesting. Fucking, I just saw it coming out, the thing coming straight at me, and I tried leveling my shotgun on it, and I was like,
I put an arrow in it. I put buckshot in it. I was panicking.
I tried to get a slug on it, but it's like the thing wouldn't fucking fire. I'm like, come on, fire, you fucking thing! And then he managed to get his horns on me. I was like, that's not good.
I am wondering whether now to take my
7mm Regent.
Yeah.
Oh,
I might ditch the crossbow for the time being and actually take the Regent.
There you go. I've used a first aid kit now.
No, you know what? I'm gonna. I've got that Whitlock as well, but what's the heaviest? Is it Coachmaster? Regent's 4.5 in weight.
I mean, you could take a bigger backpack and like load up on weapons, but
it makes a lot more noise.
It does, doesn't it? I really want my Bear Claw, the CB60, but I don't have the money to buy it. And I hate the recurve bows. I think they're absolutely fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Just can't aim with them. They're so inconsistent.
I think I'm just going to stick with what I've got. I think we walked into an area where we shouldn't have done there. I think we could probably go back down there and skirt around it.
I could actually buy the polymer tips for the 270 now. That's handy. 270 polymer tip, yes please.
I don't think the Regent is going to be powerful enough, really.
What, for Buffalo?
Yeah.
So what's a 600 grain is class 3, which can take down a bear. 540 grain is also class 3. And then you've got the 420s. So yeah, I mean, we could ditch the shotguns again and go back to the bow with the larger caliber.
I could probably get away with. I might take the Coachmaster. I might ditch my I might ditch the shotgun. And the thing is, the shotgun's really good for. I'm gonna take. Are you taking your crossbow?
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose the crossbow, and I'm gonna take the Coachmaster, the Coachmate lever action.
Great. God,
and
those bolts are fucking expensive. I've got small game bolts as well. Yeah, I'm now down to 200 credits again, but boy, that was funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I've not been killed in this before. Not in that way. Not when the damn thing just ran at us.
It was literally coming at me. It's like I tried leveling my gun at me, but it just wouldn't fucking fire. Anzac's come on saying, "I'm terribly disappointed. 2 English gentlemen hunting in Africa, and there are no pith helmets, khaki shorts, monocles, or Lee Enfields. I want my money back."
You could actually buy them, but they are the character outfits.
That's alright. I guess it would be in store, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's in the store.
Clothing. Here we go. There it is. The Savanna Warden. There you go. You know. Get your. Is there a dentist outfit? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Well, you've got that Arctic hunting outfit that you wore when we went to Medved.
Yes.
There is a dentist outfit. The Patagonian Caucho outfit. That kind of looks like a dentist.
Okay, so I am just need to sort out my infantry.
Okay. So what you bring? A shotgun and a...
No, I'm gonna bring the let's go. I've bought the Coachmaster lever action, which is good for dense hunting in dense areas. So I figured it would give us a bit more protection. Now I think if I go for the...
What's the stopping power on that, or what's the class?
It's a class 4, so it'll take down
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's only class 3 for the 600 grain bolt.
Use the soft...
Christ. Killed by a buffalo. Of all the things they get fucking killed by. That looks almost like a carbine. Your dude is also holding onto the scope, not the rifle. That's pretty interesting.
Is the scope gone now?
Yeah, scope's gone now. He's not holding it right though. It's kind of gimpy.
Try not to stare too much. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Is there a quick way down to where we got to, or are we fucking hoofing this?
Just straight north.
Right. Did we go this way before? We didn't, did we?
No, we followed the path.
Yeah.
I mean, I could sprint if you wanted to make the ground back.
Nah, I'm right. Yeah, so I can't even remember what we were talking about now. We were talking about
Getting dead by
immersion, and we were talking about the fakeness of some of the sounds, and then we got fucking killed by a...
Yeah.
So I guess that showed me that it's not all just...
you think the game knew that we're talking bad about it, and like some developer somewhere's gone, right, kill them, make them
shut up. He spawned a half a dozen buffalo.
Just to come like... I mean, he killed me in like one pass. Just like horn straight in the gullet or something, and it's just like... Yeah, no you're dead, don't worry about it.
Yeah, the thing is though, he stood there and he was like, he's running straight towards me. And I got behind the tree, but he kept trampling on me.
Around it,
yeah. Could you see it happening?
Yeah, momentarily before the screen went black and it put me back in at the house.
Yeah, I managed to put a bolt in him from close range, and it made him stumble.
Well, when he stumbled, I was trying to fire the shotgun, but it wouldn't fucking fire. Whether I needed to rack it or not to kind of get it.
Were you facing my direction?
Because if to the left of here, I think.
Yeah, if you're facing towards.
Ooh, less at kudu.
If you're facing towards me, then that may have been the reason why, because it blocks the shot, which is a bit annoying.
Gonna see if I can pull him in. I'll stick a 400 grain bolt in, so that we'll get a clean kill on this dude.
Are you going to try and bolt him, are you?
Yeah. Unless you want to shotgun him. Or
He's coming in. He's coming in.
Hear him, can't see him. I'm going to try and get some high ground. There's a little bush here. Ah, there he is. He's actually moving away.
Oh, I see him.
Clean rifle shot from there.
Yeah.
That put him down.
That first shot, he wasn't having any of that. He was going to go, wasn't he?
Yeah. Then you followed him up, and then I put one in him, and he went straight down like a sack of shit.
What was that you were using?
270. What, you want a 243 there?
Oh, I was using a 270.
Right, okay.
I think I may have hit.
Wounded.
Yeah, I was zeroed at 75 meters, so I may have
like just fleshed him.
Yeah, I think so.
See, yeah, he was definitely about to bolt on that first one.
Oh, I don't know. There is a shot. There is a shot just behind his front elbow there, which would have been
Well, there's two
probably
shots
the kill
there, by the
shot.
looks of it.
Yeah, there's one just
to
to the front.
one there. There's one at his hind leg.
That would have been my one then. Let's have a look. Yeah. So
Well, I got some cash for that.
I hit him. My first shot went under his neck and then took out his left humerus, which is the very top part of the leg, and then carried on out the other side.
Got you.
The second shot was left right lung, so the second shot was the kill shot.
Got you.
And then you basically shot him in exactly the same place, and it went through his lower left right lung. So it
Put him down like a sack of shit.
Yeah, no integrity bonus.
Well, he had 3 bullets in him.
Yeah, minor difficulty. Third type was dark brown. 666 cash.
It's not bad. I got 300 out of that.
Awesome. Pretty even split then. Alright.
Back on the trail straight north then. Those poor koodoos.
Yeah. Bizarre looking animals.
On our next hunting trip, I think that we need to head back out into that savannah and try and get a lion or lioness.
Oh yeah, I've not seen one yet.
I saw one yesterday briefly, just as you were leaving.
Yeah, very elusive animals.
It went into some long grass, and then that was it. Then I never saw it again.
Yeah, I remember that bit. I remember being with when you went into that long grass, because that Gembot
Yeah,
was
the
getting all
white
skittish. Yeah.
Right, I'm going to load up a 600 grain bolt here and into this thing just in case we come up against one of these nasty fuckers. And I'll put some polymer tips in as well, maybe.
Is there a path to our front down here?
Yes, moving left to right. Yeah, right to left, left to right, east west.
So I've been working on this document a bit more about this air intercept document.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to share it with you at some point, just to get some preliminary feedback about what you think. And
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
yeah, I've been working pretty hard on it actually. I've got some. Still got to put some of our logo.
Polish it, sort of thing.
Yeah, let's put some of our branding on it, so to speak, and make it look a bit more official. But I'm kind of liking the direction it's going. I'm getting the hang of using this PowerPoint, which is really nice because it's actually quite easy to use, and you can put stuff together quite official looking quite quickly. And yeah, I'm actually weirdly enjoying it. It's crazy. I do it occasionally at work for certain things, but when you're actually doing it for fun, it actually kind of get more into it. And
Well, I suppose your creative side can come out, you know.
yeah, exactly. I was about to say that myself. You know.
And I do really appreciate what you did with the frequency sheet as well. I mean, that's really handy.
Yeah. It needs a bit of work on it, I think, but yeah, no, that's cool so much. I think we need to do that because I think we need to utilise SRS more.
Yeah.
I think
we'll
that
need it a lot more when the F-14 comes along, because you'll have guys in channel trying to talk pilot Rio stuff, while also trying to talk to the group.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a bit of a mess, and yeah, SRS solves that very, very quickly. And it does two things, because I think with SRS, it gives the people an opportunity that are, frequent our server quite a lot. the ability to actually interact and talk with other people, because not everybody's going to have Discord. Not everybody's going to want to install Discord just to use it for comms, so they can chat on our channel.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So if we publish the channels, the frequencies we want.
Russ, Revenge times 2.
Where?
About 275, 280.
Oh, I see them. Those two you've just seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see them.
Fucking Revenge.
All right, let's do this.
But yeah, going back to it anyway. So yeah, I mean, does SRS have a kind of interplane PTP or PTT?
No, you have to use a frequency. You can use a third radio if you don't have a third radio, and you could probably use that as a PTT air intercom. But you would need to have a third button to use that, because you have to have button 1, button 2 to use radio 1 and radio 2. So most commonly it's UHF, VHF. But there is a third radio and a fourth radio if you wanted to use it, but it would mean that you would have to pre-select it, and I believe this is how it would work. You pre-select it and then use it as it is. You wouldn't be able to change it.
Yeah, I understand.
And it kind of, when you start having to take stuff outside of the game, it gets a bit difficult, because it gets more complicated for people to manipulate and deal with. If you're just using UHF, yeah. Oh, I see it. Fuck. How far away is that?
There's fucking 4 of them. 3, 4. I don't know the range. Maybe about 50 meters.
Shit.
And then there's that individual one on his own.
A mating pool, so they're not alerted by us.
We've got wind in our favour.
Yeah. We don't have cover in our favour at the moment, though.
There's trees to our front.
If we get twatted by these things again, right, I'm getting those quad bikes and I'm going to fucking blast through this area.
What, fucking run them down?
No, just get through this area. I mean, they'll scatter then if they hear that.
Oh fuck, it's coming at me again!
Get behind a tree.
Ah! Ah! I don't like it!
Oh, he got me. Oh, he flung me like 70 meters.
Can I heal you? Can I get you back up?
No. I'm back at the lodge.
Ah, why can't I heal you? I've got a med pack. Talking about that actually.
How far away are you?
Maybe about a kilometre. One of them's bleeding really heavily. I put a bolt into one. Ah, he's down. There's a dead one here. One of them's grumbling at me. Right, 270 polymer tip. I'm gonna fuck you up as much as I can. You dirty bastard. That's fucking revenge. That's what that is, arsehole. Sorry for screaming like a little girl there. Right, Russ, you shot this guy in the flesh. You kind of bounced off his leg bone. I hit him with a 600 grain bolt. That got him in the stomach, left radius, ulnar, left lung, left humerus. And then you shot him again in the pelvis and intestines.
Jesus.
Yeah, my bolt did 87% damage. Your 2 bullets did 6%, 7%. Oh, hello. Boy, that got here fast.
Yeah, shame we can't go 2s up on it, mate.
Can you not?
No.
Yeah, oh well. I could always dump a tent down and get one out of the tent, but
No, there won't be anything around here for a while now.
yeah, there was another buffalo just over this way, kind of running away.
Did I even do anything to it?
About what, 12% damage?
We need that king. That king rifle, whatever it is, that king 270 or 780 or whatever it is.
The double barrel elephant gun thing.
That fat off thing, yeah, it costs like that would skint. I'd just be skinting one hit just by buying that gun.
Don't you have all the money in the world in this thing at the moment?
I thought I did until they put that, till they introduced that gun. It's just like, wow, like mega expensive.
I'm impressed by the amount of damage that broadhead bolt did to that fucking buffalo. Like,
yeah, they're yeah, it's a sick amount they do.
But he managed to twat me on his first pass, even though I was hiding behind a tree. He still managed to fucking twat me through the tree. And then I managed to shoot him on my second pass and then run away while screaming like a little girl. I'm going the wrong way. Need to be heading northeast. But yeah, that was fucking hairy. I had to take a medkit because he got me down to about quarter health.
Yeah, they're fucking aggressive things, man.
I always thought water buffaloes were just these lazy things that walk up and down rice paddies.
Well, we're in their rice paddy, mate, so...
Unless it's revenge for us sticking them in rice paddies. They're like, but all humans must die.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, probably when we get out of this God-forbidden place, and have a look at the codex and see what their attributes are.
Very territorial.
Very. But yeah, back to SRS, yeah. I think the frequencies that I've got will probably work quite well with what we need to use.
Yeah,
and it give us a bit of scope. But yeah, I think we should publish some frequencies for everyone to use.
Yeah, like a guard channel.
Yeah. I mean, you can put as many frequencies as you like into the F-18 and the
I mean, I
Harrier.
think it's a good thing utilising the point digits, you know, after the main, because before we're just like, yeah, we'll use 253.000 or 252.000, you know, we weren't utilising the, you know, kind of 999 other possibilities you've got after 251.
Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, the other thing you could do then is you can go, right, well, all F-18s are on 270, and then 271 can be cap, 272 can be C, 273 could be
and then they have flight one as 271-100.
Yeah, exactly. So all you need to do then is remember your plane roll and then however many wingmen you've got. So it's completely scalable.
I thought I heard something charging there. I was about to poo myself.
Tripping out, mate. Mind you, we're just following these massive Cape Buffalo trails at the moment. I think we probably need to sort of head east out onto the Savanna, I think, mate.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to this viewpoint up here.
Yeah,
and
sure.
We can head east out onto the main park area. That was a nasty bastard. Fucking buffalo.
Yeah, a little
Got my
shits, aren't
revenge,
they? Well done, mate. Well, did you know how heavy it was at all?
Well, I forgot to look, actually.
It's a mean old shit, that is.
2 seconds, it'll be in the codex. Hunting log, here we go, history. Latest harvest. Oh, it's not actually showing on it. Unless it was because it was a shared kill, it's not showing up. So since the last time I played this, man, it's like 13th of the 2nd, 14th of the 2nd, 15th of the 2nd. Before that was 24th of the 6th, 18.
Wow.
Long time. But that's since it was just crashing constantly.
Yeah, that sucks.
You know what else sucks?
What's that?
Vacuum cleaner.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the dad jokes are coming out now, whether you like it or not.
Oh, I love them. They're like Tommy Cooper jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'll get those, I'll take the TACAN frequencies out, because that's caused some...
Well, I mean, for like standard TACAN, like Anzac uses X74 for Stennis, because that's what the Stennis uses.
Yeah.
You know, maybe, you know, just kind of have set ones like Arco's 1, Texaco 2, you know, Shell 3 on.
Yeah, that's all you need, and you remember them. That's it. Yeah. All the other ones take care of themselves because oh hello, there's that thing.
Yeah, the viewpoint. I thought you were going to say buffalo there. I was about to run away again.
Yeah. Yeah, because all the other TACAN channels are well published. You know, with regards to this, you know, airfields, because they don't change. The only ones you need to manipulate are the ones that you can manipulate to something that you want, that you can remember.
Yeah.
So as long as we, within our group, we publish the ones that can change and keep them, you know, constant.
Just thinking there of yardstick on the F-18, because you know if you set your TACAN channel is at 63 apart.
Yeah.
If you have a tanker on 1 and you're set to 1, is that going to cause a yardstick compatibility issue?
Well, you need to. I wouldn't use 1. I would use I'd use the 20s or the 30s.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking for like the tankers, making them like 10, 11, 12. And that
yeah.
makes it easier using yardstick. But
yeah, I mean, I don't use the yardstick to be honest. It's a dirty way of being able to just keep an eye on your wingman. Yeah, but it doesn't really do much more than that. It does. It's
and besides, I suppose when mids come along, you won't even need it. So
yeah, well, exactly. I mean, once you've got that in, you know, and you've got the Link 16 all working, which is those that don't know the data link.
Did you see Eagle Dynamics post about the situation awareness page?
I know.
That was looking messy. I was like, wow.
Yeah, but I reckon what you'll end up using is that more than the HSI. More than the HSI. I think the only time you'd use the HSI is
I wonder if you dumped that on top of the moving map.
Well, there was. I did read somewhere. Well, if you put it onto the middle, that's a good point, actually. Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
like
if you put it on the middle of the
you can have
display. Yeah.
You know, just display the date link things over the moving map. Which I guess, you know, can you share waypoints with mids and target points? Or Link 16?
I think
so you can on the A10. So you can make a shared speed, can't you?
I don't know, in all due respect, mate. I don't know. Because it's something that they've only released some stuff about it. You know, the only stuff that I can extrapolate from what they were talking about is mainly for the air contacts.
Yeah.
So with a combination of AWACS, ground control intercept, other friendly aircraft that are on the Link 16 system, they present on that display in certain colours and certain shapes the classification of the aircraft. So if it's yellow, it's, you know, unknown. If it's red, it's classified hostile, and green or blue, I think it is friendly.
Yeah.
And then the shape above and below that icon denotes where the information has come from.
Okay, whether it's from AWACS or GCI.
Yeah. I think a half moon under the contact is friendly airborne radar. A whole moon, a complete circle will be your classification plus the classification of friendly targets. So that's 100%. And then you've got like a diamond, half diamond, I think, a half chevron, which is AWACS and ground control. Something like that, if I'm remembering it correctly from what they've said.
You know, with the F-14 and the Phoenix, can
Yeah.
thing track and launch off AWACS targets?
I don't know, because it is a semi-active homing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it would still need to be painted by the
Well, the Phoenix is active homing, but I guess up to a certain range, isn't it? So.
Well, it's kind of like a big AIM 7, isn't it? Where it has guidance through us out to a certain distance, and
Phoenix
then it
is
goes
like an AMRAAM.
active. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, AMRAAM. What am I saying? Yeah, so semi-active is guidance continuous, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
A continuous guidance from the launch radar or the launch vehicle, the plane. Sorry.
I may be making this up, but I'm sure I heard somewhere that that the Phoenix had like a linking system where it could, take guidance information from other sources.
I don't know. I don't know so much. I mean, I've never read anything about it, but then again, I don't really know an awful lot about the Phoenix. I'm learning it as it's being shown to me through the new, sort of leaked stuff through the modules. So, not really sure. I know there's 3 variants. I know there's the smokeless one,
which is going to be a right arsehole of a missile, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this whole new Flaming Cliffs aircraft thing that's coming out there,
Mac, or whatever they're calling it.
Mac, yeah. I can see it being shed and split straight down the middle in the community when it comes to online stuff, because the Flaming Cliffs aircraft, although extremely good, and they've got professional flight models, yada yada. The F-15 in its current state has instant friend or foe targeting.
Yeah.
So it's realistic in its operation, but not realistic. It has game elements to it, which obviously
simplifications of use.
Yeah, and it obviously favours the online community because it's on par with the Su-27 and the MiG-29, especially the Su-27 with the AWACS.
Shall we just call it airquake capable?
Pretty much. Now, the bit that I have an issue with is when you pair them up against F-18s, F-16s, F-14s, in the same arena, they're going to have some advantages and disadvantages, and I think the advantages of, say, the F-14 with the smokeless Phoenix, that's just going to get banned straight away. It's going to be one of those missiles that's going to be awesome to use co-op, single player, but competitive multiplayer action, it's just going to get banned because no one's going to see it. And
especially when you launch it at 20 miles and stuff, because you're going to get very little warning to, it's like 2 or 3 seconds because there's a Mach 5 missile just left around that's coming straight at you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the same with the capabilities that the Hornet has now with the Link 16 system. And absolutely. I mean, what's stopping you from flying straight towards an enemy Su-27 and me going radar silent and getting all the data from your radar and me
But doesn't the
coming
SU-27
in
also have date link?
only if it's got AWACS.
Yeah.
It's because it's the doctrine that Russians use is heavily GCI based.
Yeah, the not
with,
allowed independent thought.
yeah. That basically then it works then. So the Su-27 is awesome. It's got an AWACS because that can just fly around all day without its radar on. Providing AWACS can see the contacts, then it can just fly EOS and use ET missiles and just knock you down all day long.
Horrible. So if you get an ET missile coming from like below and behind, no, game over.
Yeah.
I remember. When,
but to counter that though, the F-18 has got some tricks up its sleeve that isn't which aren't actually
is that like
released
the
yet.
active missile launching system.
You've got the active decoys.
Yeah.
Which are part of the electronic countermeasure suite, which isn't fully implemented yet. So I'm pretty sure that if you've got a situation where you've got 27 flying around doing that sort of thing, with enough flares and enough planning, to not present, the rear of your plane, to a nice heat source, and plus those active countermeasures, I think you could probably defeat them quite easily.
I'm just getting things like that. Is it TALD or whatever it is, the turned array decoy launcher thing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about that, to be honest. It's, was that some sort of?
Well, I think there's several versions.
Sounds
of it,
interesting.
But there's one that's like a glider launch thing, like like the BK-90 on the Viggen. You just kind of pop it off, and it flies off, like sending off like massive electromagnetic signals saying, "Hey, I'm over here. I'm over here." And then it fools radars into thinking that there's like a large flight of planes or a large plane flying in a certain direction.
Oh right, that's interesting. I didn't realise the Viggen had such a capability.
Not the Viggen, but the F-18. But the BK-90 on the Viggen's a gliding bomb.
Okay. Oh, I understand what you mean now. Yeah. Okay.
But the Viggen's actually got really, really good jammers, and me and Lanzac were flying with them last month, going up against SA-11s near Gori, and like when they're on and facing the target, they do a massive job of blinding them.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
You see, I think one thing that we can do this on the server is to get a flight package together where you could have some jammers working on station, some seaplanes come in, destroy them, and then have a strike element go in and hit a building or something like that.
I think with harm on the F-18 now, though, you don't even really need to approach the radar system to destroy it.
Well, I mean, you want to be seen by it, really, so it's got a good,
Well, I mean, in places like Vietnam and that, they used to wait until they popped off a few missiles at them so that they were kind of dedicated to keep the radar on to stop the, kind of stop wasting
the original Wild Weasel missions. Yeah, they make for some good reading. I
was watching a whole bunch of documentaries the other day on Vietnam, like Linebacker and Rolling Thunder and stuff like that. It was fascinating.
Oh, the different strategies they used.
Yeah, the air operations. So, I mean, it's like Rolling Thunder was the first one, but it was a massive failure because it was so politically restrained. It's like they weren't allowed to hit targets that they wanted to hit because some politician in the White House
had to approve it first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they couldn't do anything independently. They couldn't attack anything independently, and they had like set routes, set targets, and like day in day out, oh fucking hell. Russ, There's
Oh,
three
fuck.
fucking buffalo right in front of us, and they're shaking their heads.
Hang on. They're calm at the moment.
Well, this one's not going to be calm in a second, so I'm about to fucking shoot him.
He went down.
Yeah. I don't know where the other two are gone, though. They're probably not going to be very happy about that.
No, they'll probably come back.
Wow. Well, my broadhead bolt's sticking out of him.
Jesus, only just. It's almost buried completely in him.
In fact, I can see the tip. Right, so mine did 88% damage. Your first shot 2% damage, your second shot 2% damage, your third shot actually penetrated and hit the left lung and did 8% damage. But your first two shots didn't penetrate at all.
So this thing just pisses him off, basically.
Yeah, my broadhead
Right.
bolt actually went through his right shoulder bone into the left lung and the right lung. Yeah, silver, cash 1044. Actually got a 100% integrity bonus for that as well.
Oh, decent. Yeah, I need to swap the old Coachmaster back out, because they say it's for good hunting big game in close vegetation.
Yeah.
But if we're shooting it at 30 meters like that and I'm doing 2% damage, well,
That 270 just doesn't have the penetration.
oh no, I was using the Coachmaster. This
Oh, really?
thing. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Bullshit.
Oh, the lever, is that like a 30-08 or something?
It's 4570.
4570. So is that like a 45 caliber bullet with a longer grain or something, like a bigger cartridge?
Now you're asking Smudge. I don't know.
Okay.
In all due respect, I guess it's about. I guess it must be 45, and the 70 must be the amount of grain that they use.
Yeah.
Like not the grain, the amount of powder. Maybe, I don't know.
Possibly. Maybe someone watching on YouTube might know.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not really up on my ammo in that sense.
No, it's a very American way of kind of classifying ammos, the way that they do that. You know. Because over here, you know, we'd just go by the millimeters in caliber, you know, like 9mm, you know, 5.56mm, 7.62mm.
Which is, yeah. Well, I think that's where you got the old, the 45 APC, and you've got, what's the other one? We've got 50 caliber, 50 cal.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's Imperial, isn't it, over metric?
But they're like American weapons that we've adopted, though, aren't they? The 45 and 50 cal and stuff.
Yeah. Which, well, the Russians have the Dishko, isn't it? Is that 14.7mm?
Yeah.
Or 17.4mm or something like that, which I guess is more or less equivalent to a 50 cal.
Well, 50 cal's 12.7mm.
Ah, there we go. Yeah. Okay.
So that's even bigger. That's like, you know, kind of a big hoofing 20mm type round.
I didn't realise that they used that same 50 cal on in the Army and the Air Force, but the Air Force used it at a much higher cyclic rate.
Okay.
So the 50 cals that they used on the aircraft were effectively not 100% the same, but effectively the same, and they just had a higher cyclic rate.
Yeah, the Brownings.
Yeah. I didn't realise that. Something on TV the other day about it.
It's when you look at like the, you know, like the M61 kind of Vulcan and, you know, like the 20mm kind of Gatling cannon things they use, and they kick out some proper lead. There's a head moving over there, just left of north, or just west of north, should I say, not to.
What, close or what?
Maybe about 20, 30 meters. He's just disappeared behind that little kind of rise where the bush is.
Let's see.
Starting to get back into the open.
Oh, I've got animals over in the background coming towards us. See them on the right over on the plane, green plane, further in the 350 there and there.
Kudo.
Yeah.
That'd be a bit of a shot, wouldn't it? There's a rabbit thumping to our right. Things I've only got the basic scope on this, so I don't have the kind of extra zoom.
I only use the basic scope, to be honest, Smudge. It's the best one.
Really?
Yeah. The other one's got too much zoom on it. I love the one that, just the basic one that comes with the 220 and the 270. I've always used that. It's so much easier to use, and it's got the thinner crosshairs.
Okay. I'm going to put a small game bonnet and see if I can get a hair. There's one of them really close to me, I can hear it.
Two of them.
I can't see him, but I can hear him thumping. Ah, there he is. Got you, you fucker.
Wow. Oh, I can see the other one. Oh,
there's a whole bunch of them darting off into the woods. There's
that's why I need a fucking shotgun. Hey, any chance you can dump your fucking thing down in a minute?
Yeah, absolutely, I can. I'll just claim this bad boy.
Cheers, mate.
Look at that. Straight in the back of his head.
Let's have a little look. Oh, it's a big old rabbit as well. Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, I got his neck, just behind the skull.
Awesome. Yeah, stick the old tent down, mate, and I should get rid of this crappy coach lever. Cheers, mate.
No bother. That's why I love carrying a tent, because you've got basically everything that you want to carry just on your back.
In a tent form, yeah. That's true, yeah. Right, so my backpack, I need to get rid of that. To get rid of 45-7.
So I guess if we're heading back into the savannah, we're going to get a lot more springbok gembuck.
Yeah.
And then again, I mean, I don't know what it'd take to take down a lion if we came across one.
Yeah. Think about the lion at the moment. That could be
Wonder if it's in the codex. Let's have a look.
Oh, hang on, mate. What have I done here? Rid of that.
So lions are class 4.
Yeah, so that's a big gun.
Territorial, curious, and confrontational. Let's have a look at the water buffalo. Aggressive and territorial. Weapon class should be class 4. Ooh, that's a nice duck. Cinnamon teal. Not seen one of those before. Yeah, gems box are class 3. How you getting on?
Just sorting out my
Your loadout.
Yeah. I think the got the slug. Okay.
Are you loading up a shotgun again? Eh?
Yeah, I'm going to put my shotgun on there. And, Just want to make sure that I've got my. I don't think I picked up my scope for my crossbow.
Great.
Bow sights. Oh, what's that?
It's a lesser kudu.
He's going to be even lesser if he keeps carry on.
See if I can drag him in. Don't know if the tent would scare him off though.
I don't know. It might actually work as a hide. Oh, what was that?
Sound like a cat.
Yeah.
Imagine if it's like a lion cub.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, I'm all set, mate.
Cool. Just want to see if that kudu's going to come this way. Just wait 30 seconds. If I don't see him, I'll pull the tent up.
I can't even see where you're looking now.
I hear him. You hear that?
Yeah, it's behind us. Come east.
He's close. Yeah. East, southeast. Sounds close.
He's tracking.
I see him, I think. Yeah, I see him. I see his head.
Where is he?
Almost directly southeast.
Can you spot him?
Yeah, 2 seconds. He's in dense foliage at the moment. He's looking right at me. I think I might have wounded him there. He's scarpered off. See if I got to hit him. I thought I had a good bead on, like, you know, his chest.
Yeah. Oh, you got a hit on him.
I don't think it's much damage though.
Blood trail,
Oh,
rate
50,
medium, 50
yeah.
to set. Oh, he's down.
Yeah, he didn't get far.
Well done. Do I get an arrow in him at all?
Wow, he's I can't see one.
Okay.
The blood trail goes in at his neck and seems to come out behind his right leg, right front leg.
Particularly big animal though, that one, was it?
Let's claim you. No, he didn't hit him. I got left lung.
Okay. Well done.
Gold 978.
They got a gold one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
100% integrity bonus on him as well, using 270 polymer.
Perfect.
Unlocked a 30/30 with that as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nice one. Alright, you going to go and grab that tent, or have you picked the tent up?
Picked up already, just before I took off.
Oh, sweet.
That was alright, I was a bit of luck there. Leads
Got
on
hogs. Yeah, hogs.
Boo. What's over there? Oh, it's Rocks. I thought there was a whole bunch of animals off to about 080070, but it's a whole bunch of rocks on the side of a hill.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like there's a house just ahead.
Oh, there's... Oh, look. Loads of these jackals. See them?
Oh yeah, I see your spots. Crikey, there's loads of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
What?
6.
I'll get a range on them. Uh, 180. There's a hard one there. That one there that I've just spotted. He's a trophy.
I see him. It's going to be a hell of a shot. Oh, damn it, I can't see which one he is now.
That one. The one that's trotting ahead.
The one that's now in the lead.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot at him.
Crikey. He missed.
This...
Shall we go over and see if we've got any blood? I think you're just scaring them away at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a house on top of the hill over there to our right.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're go down here and check that out, and then
There's a massive patch of purple to our front.
No way.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 spots of purple.
Fuck. We must have knocked them all down then.
Or knocked a couple down at least. Let's go see what we got, shall we?
Defo. Dump.
Yeah, dump. Dump.
Jesus. Just wondering if I'll hit that. Blood, there's a lot of these are wounded. They're not all the same trails either. No, there's another one there. So I think I must have hit them. Yeah.
Well, we saw them all tuck off this way, so we know that they're in this general direction. Oh, you got blood splatter over there as well.
Yeah. This is going to be a bit of a nightmare finding all of these.
We know they've gone down though, because there's
Oh, I can see 2 of them. They're over here, mate. Yeah, here's one.
claim it. See who we got.
There's 3. Oh man.
Christ. Yeah, there's one here. Oh, you got this guy, 100%. 0
this
quick
guy.
kill, 0 integrity, but you got him. Where's number 3?
Here, just here. It's hidden.
Alright, okay.
Oh, this one was a silver.
You
Oh, I got an 8 mythical.
Mythical? Was he
Yeah.
a hard dude, was he?
No, he was a 4, but this I've never hit a mythical before. It's a shame that he's a silver, but I've got no integrity bonus and 94% for a quick kill, so fucking fudged it a bit. 259.
Russ, there's another one over here, I think.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's another one here.
Whereabouts are you? Grab it.
I got this one. Way!
Nice. I think there might be another one around here as well.
This one's let's have a look. This one's a non. It's a no, nothing. It's a nobody.
Oh, I've got that. I've got that deer.
Just seeing if there's any more blood.
Oh, I've got a lesser kudo, silver one.
Oh, you shot the deer too?
Yeah.
Fucking. He's sniper, man.
I think we need to go back and just check where we shot those other ones, because I think there may have.
May still be more blood.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I don't want to leave any trails unchecked if I can.
Yeah, I know.
If I can help it.
Because you lose your consecutive harvest if you do that.
Yeah.
What's over there? Is that blood? Oh no, that's poo. So hard to tell sometimes between blood and poo.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's a lot of shit. This one. I think we've covered all our bases, yeah.
Fucking cracking job there though, you've got bloody 3, I got 1.
I didn't think I was hitting them though, to be honest.
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that first shot of yours, which I think probably got that level 4, I saw like the dust cloud thing behind them, but whether that was over penetration.
Don't know. You see, I thought that was actually the ground, like you. I thought, fucking hit the ground.
Yeah.
Still, it's not bad. Right, where was this place you're gonna? It's up here, wasn't it? To the I see
Top
it.
of that hill to our right, yeah.
Yeah, 400 meters out. Oh, I can see the dunny. Toilet.
Yeah, dunny. I think my guy needs to stop running or he's gonna fucking collapse soon. That was a fucking hefty hollow pointer. I think I've actually got a skill point too.
Oh, decent.
I might sort that out while we're auto walking over in this general direction. Yeah. Oh, I've got a perk point. Perks. Let's get my rifle perks now. So I'm just looking through the perks and stuff. Do start walking into a tree while I was looking at the perks. I mean, what perks do you recommend?
Well, I'd recommend the zeroing one.
Yeah,
to go for that.
I've got that. I've got that. Two points in that.
I don't know. I'll need to. Oh, you've hit a tree now, Smudge.
I know.
Oh, he's automatically walked round it. That's handy.
I came back out to.
Oh, okay.
Shotgun perks, archery perks.
I don't know really. Anything that's related to accuracy and breath holding and stuff like that, that increases your accuracy.
I was looking at it because I've only got 1 point on the breath hold, so. Yeah, there we go. Increase me breath hold.
I totally didn't realise you could do that.
Scare everything away for a mile. It's gonna be interesting.
It's where we look behind us and we just got a lion just walking behind us.
Meow.
Yeah.
Come here, boy. Imagine if Fenton heard that.
Yeah. In fact, he's in here. He's not. Sometimes he does pick up what I can. Occasionally, I look over to my left and look. He'll be looking at me doing the head twist. You know, trying to pick up what I'm.
Yeah.
What he thinks he can hear.
Don't know if we'll get up here. It looks a bit rocky. Give it a go, I guess.
Yeah.
Whee! Outpost unlocked.
Yeah, that really is a fucking foresty area over there, isn't it?
You're not wrong. Ooh, that's weird. All my trees have gone like lime green.
Yeah, mine are like really light. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Look.
And then you got the Savanna and the plains back over to our south.
Yeah. Have a look and see where we are. Fucking hell.
Yeah, so we can either head south into the plains, or there's some more spotting things off to our west, like viewing areas.
We could probably what do we head to that view post to the east?
East, yeah.
Hit that and then we can light up that part of the map.
Cool.
I wouldn't mind betting that there's probably a see the road we're on at the moment, the dirt one that winds north towards that lake. I wonder if there's another lodge
Yeah,
there.
it has to be, I think.
Oh, actually, yeah. Don't know, actually. Yeah, they're fairly... Well, we'll soon find out when we get to that observation post.
Two seconds.
Oh, I can see the observation post from here.
Yeah, I see it on the edge of that cliff.
Yeah.
I didn't get an icon for that call.
That's a kudu. Oh, I see it. Right there. Oh, he's sat down. I'm going to have to take him, mate. Going to go prone. Going to go prone here and move over to the right a little bit.
I'll let you take this one on by lonesomes.
It's difficult. Oh, he's heard us. No, he hasn't.
No, he's still stationary. He's still lying down. Ah, he's down. He moved about 5 meters left. He's actually kind of on the road.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Don't have the follow-up shot. I see. I'm always paranoid about not getting the first shot kill, and I follow it up, and I completely destroy the integrity if I shoot a fucking second round into him.
Did he hit
Which
the
I
second
did.
shot? Yeah.
Yeah. First shot was 100%.
So there's no need for a follow-up.
No, I took both lungs out, and the second shot was just flesh at 1%, and that was what killed the integrity. Fucking idiot. Should have just left it. Thing is, I saw it dart off. I was like,
I suppose if you got shot and you still got a bit of breath left in your lungs, you're gonna try and run some, aren't you?
it's probably like some reflex action, yeah.
Like that rabbit that he twatted earlier when it sprung up in the air. That was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
It's quite realistic as well, because rabbits do actually do that when you pop them.
Do they?
Yeah. Like the shock makes them kind of, you know, obviously kick their legs out, and then
They jump sometimes, yeah.
yeah.
Have you ever eaten rabbit?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
It's nice. It's nice meat.
Yeah, I like rabbit. I've hunted them before with air rifles and stuff.
Have you?
Yeah.
What's the laws with that? I mean, can you take them and eat them afterwards, or?
Yeah, no problem. As long as you have permission from the landowner to hunt them and you're doing it safely. You're all right.
Yeah.
Because my cousin owns a whole bunch of land up in Northumberland.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of worked for him as a while as a car valet and driver.
Yeah.
And like when I was done working, I'd spend a couple of hours just kind of popping rabbits off around his land. Take them back, my brother would cook them up because he's a decent cook.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, some of them were almost like mercy killings because we're full of mixie.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, that's it's very contagious amongst.
It is. Yeah, I had one of them with mixie. It's kind of a horrible subject to talk about, but hit him in the head with a hollow point kind of 177 air rifle pellet, and he just kept going. It's just like, fucking die.
Really? Did you get him in the end or not?
Oh yeah. Because he was obviously a bit blinded, you know, kind of, well, blinded by the mixie and that. You know, he had no sense about where he was going and what he was doing, so it was easy
Ran
to
into
follow
stuff.
it.
Yeah. Quite sure where this is leading, to be honest. It's a little more arid, this area.
Yeah. Is that a shotty gun?
Yeah. Know that rabbits like this area. In these wooded areas, these dry areas in there, I was there's another part of the map, and there was quite a few rabbits about.
I put a small point thing on my crossbow then. Small game.
Actually, let me just check to see what ammo. Yeah. Yeah, so I need to have the birdshot ammo in there. Ah, I've only got 5 rounds of that left. That sucks.
Do you want me to put the tent down again for you?
Yeah, if it's convenient. Grab some quickly.
Yeah, because we're heading out into the open, I might swap out the bow for a shotgun maybe.
The good thing about this birdshot ammo is it's fucking cheap as well.
Can't get past you. You're blocking the doorway.
Oh, hang on, sorry mate. You just keep moving me.
Yeah, there
okay.
you go. I've got you on. So get rid of you. Ooh, could bring the 2-2 Klaska.
I'm wondering whether to... Don't know whether to use my swap out my rifle with the Regent, but I quite like the 270. It's such a versatile weapon, and it's got better accuracy than the 7mm. The thing is though, that's the bit I don't get about this, is like, you look at the 270, and it's got better accuracy, better reload speed, better recoil, better hip shot. 7mm Regent has got shitter accuracy, the recoil is a lot higher, the reload speed's a lot higher, the hip shot's a lot lower. So, where does it, apart from the description, where does it make up for where the losses are? Why would I want to carry the 7mm over the 270 when they both can take down a class 3?
Yeah, it's a fair point. Do I bring that? Or... I'm thinking, should I bring the 2-2 LR? I mean, you can only use that for rabbits, can't you? But then again, the 20 gauge shotgun, that has more versatility with the 3 ammo types.
Yeah, and you're kind of guaranteed to wound one further away with the shotgun.
Yeah.
With the birdshot, anyway. The birdshot is what's used for the rabbits. It's super cheap as well. So it's quite a cost-effective gun to have, really.
Okay. I'll grab some more of that then.
I'm trying to work out. I need to get my my shotgun skill up a little bit because I want to unlock a sight for it, like a red dot sight or something.
Yeah, something to make aiming a bit easier.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. What time of day is it? Fucking at midday. Yeah.
Did you want to go back too early or?
No, I'm cool. Just let it roll. But I don't know whether there'll be much. Fucking hell! Look, it's so flat. See anything over here?
Thing is, I mean, it's not like they just disappeared. They've got to be kind of resting somewhere in shade, like under trees and stuff.
Yeah.
Rest zones, you know.
Don't know which way you want to go from here, to be honest. This is definitely the... Which way?
Viewpoints up this way. Just
oh, yeah.
Definitely not seeing much in the way of wildlife there.
No, it's time of day, innit? I guess they might find a lion or something, but most things go to ground, don't they, in the hottest part of the day? Sun's anvil.
Yeah, well, I suppose definitely here because it starts, you know, like 40, 50 degrees, isn't it?
Yeah. To get some flying done this weekend.
Yeah, probably do some Sunday.
Yeah. Might work on my documents a little bit tomorrow when I get up in the morning. Might do that for a little bit. Try and get some stuff in place. I think I might do an air-to-air one, maybe do a bombing one, but kind of it's difficult because what you don't want to do is end up because most of it people are going to know. So for bombing and stuff, it's reasonably easy, and most of it, you know, is dare I say it, common sense. So I mean, what do you teach people about bombing that you can't read in one of the guides or the manual? You know.
That is very true.
I
suppose it's just kind of procedure more than anything, you know, like, you know, ingress, egress, you know, and actually kind of like implementing the bomb drop.
Well, the tactic, yeah, I guess that's a good, like the lead up to the orchestration of actually coordinating the whole thing up to the point where, yeah, I guess that's kind of what the air to air side is really. It's not actually
the main thing with bombing is understanding the threat, ingress egress routes, whether you're kind of deconflicting with friendlies, bombing the right target, being able to identify, you know, the target that you're going for.
Yeah.
And then kind of getting in and out safely, isn't it? So also deconflicting airspace. You know, when we were flying around Jask the other night, it's like watching TACV after. It's like, oh, we nearly had a couple of mid-airs there.
I think the thing with that we don't do, but that we should do more of, is we don't do any strike missions. Yeah. I miss doing those. We don't hit something. We don't say, oh well, you know, and that could be something that Anzac could build into maybe the missions at some point in the future, where you'd have trigger zones and target areas for buildings that you could have. I don't know, a way of being able to get points from it, just so you know you've hit it, or some, you know, do you know what I mean? Something like that. So you could have, you know, dozens of buildings everywhere with just an area where they can register a hit, so you know that it's been successful.
Doing that with Moose or something, you know.
Because you've got the opportunity to, you know, try a whole bunch of different tactics with that. You could try doing you know, a low level ingress, and you could do a dive toss bomb, like dive tossing, which is actually,
you can do things like building like power plants and dockyards, you know, kind of. I mean, if I know on our map you can't get anywhere near Iran because Iran's just like fucking hard locked by enemy air.
Yeah.
But on like the islands, you could have, you know, like structures, warehouses, power plants, and stuff worth bombing.
Well, if you fly from the Stennis and you fly straight north, fly over the top of Jask, just ignore it, fly over the top of it. This is what I did on my own the other day. I took 2 AIM 120s, 2 AIM 9Xs, 4 harms, and a centerline fuel tank. I took off from the Stennis and I just flew straight north. I hit land, and then I flew about 35-40 miles inland, just staying straight north, and then just flew straight west. Okay. And then that brings you up behind Bandar Abbas. And
so I behind the defences.
Yeah, I was behind the caps, and I was banking on them looking the other way because of the friendly air that was up at the time.
Yeah.
I just flying smart, and I managed to take out one of the radars. I can't remember what it was now. I think it was a flap lid. So it was one of the early warning, part of the SA6. SA, is it an SA6? No, what's the really long range one? SA8?
Yeah.
Or S300? Sorry.
S300.
That's what. Yeah, so it was an S300, but it's the flap lid. You know, the tracking radar.
Got you. Understand.
I was a bit cheeky with it because I knew where once it had locked on, and I knew where it was on the map, so I put the a coordinate down on the map. I put a cursor down, and I put a mark down. So I put a coordinate down, and I thought, right, well, that is 100 miles from where I'm at. I know that what that range is on that because I had the range rings on the map, so I knew that was like 30 miles was as close as I'd want to get, and I flew right up to the point where it was the closest it could be, and it was tracking me like solidly, and I just fired all 4 off.
To
and
try and get
just,
in there.
yeah, and just turned around and came back, and I hit it. And I was like, yeah, that was successful. But you know, I didn't get interdicted by any counter air, because the time I'd flew back east, they couldn't get back inland quick enough to get to me, so I fucking trumped them completely. I mean, a 2-ship formation doing that with 8 harms and maybe some cap and a Stennis, fucking hell, you could have a field day going in that way.
Yeah, but then I guess that's when, you know, you need to look at. I don't know, because you say kind of like backfilling SAMs and AA to cover the back door, but I mean, is that like realistic to what they've got set up, or are they just literally set up along the coast?
Well, I mean, I would have them set up along the coast, but I'd only have heavy air defences in areas where maybe I'd have a nuclear power station. Yeah. So there would be definitely be gaps in defences that you could work your way around. And I mean, Jask is fairly heavily defended, but if you're above 12,000 feet, I mean, as we were yesterday, I mean, nothing's going to attack.
Yeah.
The only thing they're going to do is vector in F4s and F14s to come and ruin your day.
It's why
But,
I have started building that kind of Vietnam-esque mission in the Caucasus, you know, with like a lot of SAMs and AAA and kind of targets of opportunity. But it's going to take a long time to build, and you don't realise how complex the Caucasus map is, you know, for kind of trying to find things like that to build up.
yeah.
You know, 'cause it's not like there's like a single like town or city. It's like there's large areas of the map which are now built up.
Well, I guess you got to pick the big towns and go, right, that would be equivalent to Hanoi, that would be equivalent to Hue, that one would be equivalent to so-and-so. And then you think to yourself, right, well, which ones out of all of those would be of strategic value? You know, would there be anything in there? And although you could, and, you know, you'd put it a mix of AAA, I guess, and a mix of whatever the capable SAMs are, if you're going to keep it period correct, you know. I don't know, I guess the SA2, SA6.
Well, I was thinking about, you know, not just Vietnam, but having like a fictional scenario where, you know, like Russia owns the whole peninsula or something,
Yeah.
you know, and have pissed off the United States or pissed off Allied forces, so, you know, you're starting like a staged attack.
Well, I think that idea is really good, because you kind of the problem with having sometimes doing scenarios that are close based on reality, you kind of, what's that?
See my mark? Just north of west. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 springboks all lying down.
What? Whereabouts?
Say about 300-400 meters. Just slightly north of west. You see, if you look west, you've got that the orange road split.
I see him. I see him. They're all resting, aren't they?
Yeah. It's like a whole herd of springboks. I guess
nothing
that's
there.
Zone over there, though.
Yeah. It's a long way away.
Yeah, they're all very easy or trivial, minor.
Yeah, they're not particularly. The only thing is, if we start shooting them, they're going to put hunting pressure in that area, and it's probably not going to.
Yeah. Well, they're too far away for us to make effective shots on them anyway. And
well, I'm certainly not going
to. It's a really long way to hoof it in order to start tracking them.
Yeah, and it's to reach out that far, you're probably going to be using some pretty expensive ammo.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking, well, to reach out that far, you want to use the, the equivalent to that 50 cal looking one, and the ammo on that isn't cheap, and the yield for one of those is like what 400-500, maybe 600. I think. Yeah. Yeah, but that scenario is quite cool. I like the idea of that. I mean, you kind of got like the bit of the upside down peninsula going on. I mean, when you started talking about it in Discord the other day, it's got my mind thinking. Once I was at work, I was thinking, well, that's quite a cool idea, because you could have the boats and the areas probably set up further off south of the Crimean Peninsula.
Yeah.
And then you've got the flatlands of the top of the Caucasus area, which is where Anapa is, I think, somewhere around that way. And that's kind of like the delta, in Vietnam, even though it's a bit all upside down. And that's all flatlands, and that leads up into the mountains. So that could be a good area to get in and behind the mountains. It's a fair old track, to fly that way. But I guess if you're going for a bit of realism and a bit of flying time, there'd be nothing better than flying middle of the Black Sea, and taking some canned gas bags and flying out that way and making the flight a little bit more extended.
Yeah, I would definitely kind of sort something out like that.
Yeah. Which fucking way do you want to go, mate?
Well, unfortunately, I think I'm almost going to have to head to bed.
What time is it?
11:30.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no hassle.
Got school tomorrow, so...
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So what I might do is actually dump my tent down here, and then we've got a save point. Now we can maybe crack off from here next time, so...
Yeah, sure, okay.
But yeah,
sounds good.
Thanks for the walks.
No worries, mate.
I'm just gonna lie down here and go to sleep. We'll just lie down on me DOS bag and call it a night. So yeah, I'll say thanks very much to everybody in YouTube land for watching this, and big thanks to Russ again for joining me in this little outing in the Hunter.
Oh, you're welcome, mate. I always enjoy it. It's good.
I'm just glad to be able to play it again after kind of the horrendous time I have with it crashing constantly.
Yeah, back to it then.
Yeah, and maybe we'll try and get this going again. Well, maybe sometime next week.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I'm up for it always. Maybe check out the other map.
Yeah. Maybe try and get some serious, doing some serious exploring and that. So I'll say, thanks very much for everybody watching, and have a good night.
Take care, peeps.